Welcome to Financials with Ahau. It's a joy to have you here again. And today we continue on our conversations on investments. We're going to go deeper on investment avenues, and I'd like us to begin to converse on insurance. Now, I know that this is an area that has been in the limelight for the past maybe 5-10 years very actively. And there's been the constant debate, is this security measure? Is this really an investment? How do we balance this off? Now, hinging off a conversation with a friend of mine, he actually said something that I thought was very wise. You could use certain aspects of insurance as investment, but not every insurance that is available is an investment avenue. So I choose to speak of two that I am familiar with. And as we continue to interact, if any more come, we can bring them into the conversation. So the first one is life insurance. And of course, knowing the history of the fact that we have to plan for the eventuality of the end of our lives is why we take life insurance. So it's actually called life insurance, but it's plan of the fact that this life will come to an end at a given time. However, to also enable people to probably reap the benefit of their saving, it is allowed to run over a given period of time because you could very well live for longer than you had anticipated. So most insurers would start from probably 10, 15 years upwards, or within this within the 10 year, they allow for you to receive a certain amount within a shorter period in that investment, even if the term is 10 years. Now, when speaking to an insurer recently, one of the things they advised is take shorter term life insurance. Don't take like the whole 25 years, the whole 30, but take 10 years, receive the funds, and then take another 10 years. It's still a diligent way of preparing for the eventuality of your absence, but it's also a diligent way of ensuring what you have accrued as interest over a period of time, you're able to make use of it. Now, this would tend to have a negotiated interest rate and probably have something maybe not too higher, much higher than inflation. So probably the time value of money would not change as much, but there's still the effect of compounding. So that's on life. Then the second one I'd like us to speak about briefly is education. Now, education is core to the heart of everyone because most of us have the ambition of being parents. And as parents, it means that there will be children to plan for, whether it's one, whether it's two, whether it's three. So even with this in mind, it's still a form of investment because a certain amount of return will be earned on this. And at the same time, the funds will be able to serve the purpose of paying for school fees, supporting other education ventures for your children. Now, insurers have become wiser in that they're allowing people who are yet to have children to take this education cover, although then the cover is under your name with the prospect of having children. Other insurance take the approach of as soon as a child is born, birth certificate is availed, then that child is put under cover with the birth certificate as one of the supporting documents. They again avail different payment options over an 8-year period, 10-year period, given the education system that you are subscribing to. You're able to then put in money that can come in at very core times. If we look at the education system globally, most children transition at key ages. So you find maybe at the age of 4, a child begins to go to kindergarten, then at the age of 7, they transition to primary, then at the age of maybe 12, they transition to high school, at the age of 18, they're transitioning to university. So an insurance that covers education allows you to invest with this in mind. I hope this is clear. I know there's a lot more that we can talk about in this area. I'd invite you to investigate, ask questions, and be very key to make sure that your deliverables are met as you choose either of these two as an investment avenue. Thanks for listening and looking forward to talking to you next time. Bye for now. It's Ahau.